Hi, this is Jinx Havel-Sturdevant, and for my first presentation, I am going to tell you about World War II, 1939 to 1945. This was the primary source I chose for this webpage. It's the United States Office of War Information, photographed in 1942, detailing women in war, the behind-the-scenes women that created products for the wartime efforts and for agriculture at home. So the photograph titled Women in War, Supercharger Plant Workers, a Good Day's Work Done, employees of a large Midwest supercharger plant line up to punch their time cards. With women comprising 80% of its workers, it's nothing unusual to find an all-female contingent like this one at the plant. Alice Manufacturer Company was photographed by Ann Rosner, who worked in the United States Office of War Information. The photograph was taken in October of 1942 at a factory in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So Alice Manufacturer Company was important because 80% of the workers were women who were helping the war effort on the home front. The factory produced 90mm anti-aircraft guns, propeller shafts for destroyers, cruisers, and submarines, slides for 16-inch naval guns, aircraft turbo superchargers, 434 snow trailers, and at least 11,249 tractors of various types. Alice Chalmers in World War II. The photograph was originally created as a visual representation to document efforts undertaken by women on the home front during World War II. Something I would also like to share about this era is a song that you might know if you've played the Fallout video games, but I found that it related very much so to this era since it was created during that time.
All the day long, whether rain or shine, she's a part of the assembly line. She's making history, working for victory. Rosie, the riveter, keeps a sharp lookout for sabotage. Sitting up there on the fuselage, that little frail can do more than a male can do. Rosie, the riveter. Rosie's got a boyfriend, Charlie. Charlie, he's a Marine. Rosie is protecting Charlie, working overtime on the riveting machine. When they gave her a production knee, she was as proud as a girl could be. There's something true about red, white, and blue about Rosie, the riveter. Rosie, working on assembly line. Rosie, 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 the riveter on the assembly line.
The second era that I chose was the Cold War era, 1945 through 1989. For this week's source, I chose to use one of my favorite classic songs titled Uranium Fever by Elton Britt. The song was created not only for the uranium rush that the government was implementing by promoting that individuals could get rich by hunting uranium on government-controlled land, but also for the uranium farmers who were actively on out in the field with Geiger meters trying to locate uranium. The song was created in 1955, which was at the beginning of the uranium mining rush, which lasted from 1955 to 1980. It's an amazing propaganda song because the lyrics detail in the good experiences of uranium mining, though it was thought at the beginning to be safe and a way for the United States to stockpile nuclear material. According to the Department of Energy, uranium miners only had a life expectancy of 20 years after entering a uranium mine due to the radiation and complications which left 75% of miners with lung cancer. And this is according to the Advisory Committee on the Human Radiation Experiments final report.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told uranium ore's worth more than gold. Sold my cad, I bought me a Jeep, I got that bug and I can't sleep. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has done and got me down. Well, I had a talk with the AEC and they brought out some maps that looked good to me. And one showed me a spot he said he knowed, so I straddled my Jeep and headed down the road. I reckon I drove about 100 miles down a bumpy road out through the wilds, when all of a sudden I bounced to a stop at the foot of a mountain, didn't have no top. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has done and got me down. Well, I took the Geiger and I started to climb right up to the top where I thought I'd find a hunk of rock that'd make it click just like I'd read about Vernon Pick. On the second day, I made the top, and I'm telling you, Steve, I was ready to stop. The only clicking that I heard that day was the bones in my back that had gone astray. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever, it's spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has done and got me down. Well, you pack up your things, you head out again into some unknown spot where nobody's been. You reach the spot where your fortune lies. You find it's been staked by 17 other guys. Well, I ain't kidding, I ain't gonna quit. That bug's done caught me and I've been bit. So with a Geiger counter and a pick in my hand, I'll keep right on staking that government land. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has done